Mabiga, Musungari Nagoyin. Welcome to Inside the Music. And I'm your host, yours truly, Great P. I decided to do this series in honor of our ancestors' sacrifice for the survival of our music. We are now living in some perilous times, losing our musicians daily, who preserved plus played on the tracks we listen to and love today. We want to thank each and every one of them for sharing their unique experience with us on this platform. So on that note, go grab something to eat. Maybe get a nice cool refreshment or a nightcap. Then relax, kick back, and enjoy the program. I got a lot in store for you, so now stay tuned. Okay, so we are on the last segment, which is the musical part of this episode. I would like to touch bases on Chatuye being an original member. We'll go through the growth process and struggles you guys went through and why you guys formed this group, the players and so forth. But we'll start with you being a member. What was the sole reason that you decided that you wanted to bring the drums back in the days when it wasn't even popular?
Actually we saw the need to bring our own music up front, to the community.
Okay.
Chatuye, the original Garifuna dance band of LA. Medge, Sidney Mejia, Medge, the creator the creator of the band. He was the one who formed the band together and brought the pieces in, which I was a piece of the band, Going back to Medge, the first album, we basically did it ourselves, Medge, we did put a tape together. He went to New York and him and his cousins from the local side, they got it together and then, produced and brought out.
Well, I know when. Anyhow, who were the band? Name some of the guys though. The main group, and then you had a lot of additions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Iterations along the line. For those 18 years that we were together.
I want to start with the first guys that were.
Yeah, the first guys on that group were Medge, Ira, Allen, Owen, Austin, Charles, Mingo, D-Line, Glenn, Rabu, Lizzo, Jeep. And that's just a few. Yeah. They still had more like Mitch's uncle, Joe. Joe played with us for a little bit. That's his mom, Paula's brother. He played with us for a little bit. We had a lot of people that came in.
Very interesting. His funeral, how, all the dignitaries came out. There were people from walks of life that I never knew he really knew. And I knew he went to USC.
Yeah, he went to USC. He did his master's in hospital management, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, Doc. And then, he didn't too care for that, because Medge has a different mind, right? When we, he was in his own rights, and because when we shied, when he was pushing, hey man, we got to do this Garifuna thing, and like everything else, if you go to gigs and one couple come up to dance or whatever, so you get intimidated and you kind of shy away, right? But he was insistent, we got to do this till these people like us, and he was true to that, right? And so. That's why we stayed in there, and it was a struggle. 18 years we were together.
Yeah. You guys did a heck of a
job, we started
man.
in 81, 82, around there. And, the band went strong, right?
It's because you guys did that tour, the college tour, too, right?
We did the California Generations tour. We started in Visalia. We had a 3-week stint, just getting the act together because it was like about 15 to 20 groups, right, that went on that California, and they were all either indigenous or cultural groups, ranging from, say, Louisiana, Zydeco, you know, to Idaho cowboy music, to the indigenous Indian.
Because you guys
flute
even played in
players.
Berkeley.
Yeah,
Because my
that
sister
was-
was going
yeah,
to school
that-
there then,
yeah,
and then
right.
she called us, hey,
Yeah.
there's a group here, a Garifuna group, and
Yeah,
the name
right.
Chatuye. I said, girl,
Right.
check and see who the singer is and the relatives who are on the band. And that's how she knew it was you guys,
Yeah,
you know?
right,
Yeah, so
right.
that was good to know.
Yeah, we did all
But-
the way from Humboldt to to San Diego. It's a funny dream, you know, like all dreams, it's always, you know, unbelievable. So I pulled up in this driveway, and we were going to a party, me and the wife. So she got out and went inside, but you know, like me, I hesitated, you know, probably getting this and that together. And then all of a sudden, a car pulled up behind me, and then another car pulled up behind that car and smashed into it. And the one who was smashed, not the one that's the smasher,
Yeah.
the one that got
Got hit.
smashed, yeah. He got out and it was Medge.
Wow.
I swear. And I said, hey man, what's going on? You going to the party too? He said, yeah. Then I told him, but I thought you were dead.
Oh, so you
That's what I
realized it
told
in a
him.
dream?
Yeah, in a dream. I walked, he was walking behind me. I got in, because as soon as you get into the house, you got to make a right to go, you know, in there.
Okay.
And I turned around, he wasn't there no more.
Oh, wow. Moving right along.
Yo, it's Riff Costello, CNC Car Wash Service, 213-909-1439. Come on, you guys. Black owned. I love y'all. Thank you. CNC Car Wash. Hey.
I want to talk about you guys recording for Arhuli.
Yeah, Arhula is a major label from the cultural music, right?
Right.
Indigenous music.
Yeah.
They play music from Tibet, Tibetan musicians,
Around the world.
Chinese, all the way to say African. You know, complex. They've covered the whole range, right? And so they heard us, and they decided, you know, they was gonna go with us on their label, right?
Okay.
And so we did Heartbeat in the Music through our Hula label.
You guys did some live at Habagarinago, Leon's Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, we went to Leon's Club on Vernon and Maine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's where it was.
Yeah, and
I recorded some of that stuff here.
yeah,
I still have it on, so
that's
somewhere.
where we put everything together, and people from our Huli. As a matter of fact,
They were there, right?
that album was cut over there at that
Okay.
place.
From
So we
that album
recorded a couple songs at
There.
yeah. right.
Okay, yeah,
And I
but-
think we did the rest of
Yeah,
the
because
studio.
Medge introduced me to the owner.
Yeah, Chris.
Or the, yeah.
Chris
That's
Chatuye.
yeah. I also want to touch on another member in the group, right? Before I get to that, I want to say this last piece about Medge. He wrote the book
Yeah, he wrote a book. He wrote
on Life and Times of Chatuye.
Chatuye, right.
Yeah.
And he also wrote a musical book, you know, and a book how to teach kids how to beat the drum and the type of drums. And so Medge had his finger in a lot of pies. Right?
Ahead of his time.
He was way ahead of his time,
Yeah.
man. And what the thing that he craved mostly was to be free to do what he wanted to do, you know. And you know, with his help of Sonia, his beloved, and his daughter, you know, and his brother Charles, you know, we got to put everybody in who really contributed.
Right.
His mom, you know, the
Yeah.
support cast. So you know, and he had big dreams, man.
He spoke in depth, you know.
Yeah.
He always talk And many a times when he used to come to Maba tour. Matter of fact, we took him up north. We went with the Maba, we went to go play in San Francisco.
Okay.
And he opened up for us. He opened up for us because he was a legend.
Yeah.
And we backed him.
Yeah.
You know?
As a matter of
so
fact,
that was a fun trip because we all went. My brother John went with us.
Yeah. By then, the band had Chatuye had
right. You guys were yeah. We were just keeping. We were just trying to keep. But
Medge was still there.
He was the voice. You know?
So
I remember that. We met a lot of people from St. Vincent. You know, they came out because they never heard of Garifuna music.
Yeah.
Because even though they're Garifuna descendants. Yeah, well, that's another episode. Anyway, so they came out in droves and they were amazed to hear us, to see us bring drums and to sing like an orchestra with just 3 drums, turtle shells, maracas and voices.
Matter of fact, they had a write-up about Chatuye, the type of music. Chatuye is a 10-man Garifuna band of Belizean and Honduras immigrants in Los Angeles. Although they sometimes play punta rock, a form of Garifuna with electric guitars, synthesizers, their new album, Heartbeat in the Music, that's Chatuye's last album, and that was the newest, is devoted to the traditional style of just vocals and percussion.
Call and answer.
Right, you know. Like, you know, and it follows to say, from such minimalist materials, the band fashions an astonishingly melodic and intricate music. For example, on Play Darling Play, one of 4 English songs on the 10-track album, the beat is carried by 3 large tuba or hollowed out drums, the tercera, which provide the booming bass notes, and maracas. You know, and then, you know, with just a simple instruments, simple musical instruments, drums, maracas, vocals, tambourine, clapstick. You know, I could go on and on. Just percussive music, instruments. We brought out this melodic tune that is enticing to a lot of people, right? And this was what we wanted to do all along.
Right.
And we stayed.
So you guys accomplished it.
Yeah, we accomplished it. And we went to a lot of tours, not just...
I want to talk about the places you guys went to. You know, because I know you guys played all up in the Malibu, in the beach.
From Malibu to San Diego, you know.
You guys were... I thought a lot of them were local.
We went to the Chili Festival. We've been to a lot of festivals. We went to the National Folk Festival in Johnston, Pennsylvania. We went to Wolf Trap. You know, we've been to places where,
great musicians
in the local area right here.
You guys did your thing.
California Plaza. You know, numerous interviews on PBS radio stations. You know, so we did a lot of things.
You guys did your thing and really put Garifuna on the map musically.
It was awesome.
So I wanted to cover that portion of it. We'll meet you on the other side.
Yo, what's the deal, people? Yeah, you know who it is, it's your boy No Sense. Mr. Run and Tell Apparel. The one they run and tell them about. Ain't that sense? All these sing. I do love you. I'm just running telling my story. Everybody else got theirs. Y'all go tell yours. I support it. Support mine. It's all real anyway. I nothing to lie about. Run and tell that. Bring my real ones. Long live the dead. Love y'all.
I'm trying to make it out the ghetto. Grass piled up with snakes. You can run and tell that, huh? Run and tell that.
I want to talk a little bit about Poppy P, you know.
Austin Paulino, Poppy P.
Yeah.
You know, Poppy P.
What's the matter with you?
But I brought it up to him. I said, look, Papa, you know, we're going to have to change the lyrics in this song now, right? I got them girls at my leisure. But see, I was the disciplinarian on the group, man. I was the most hated individual on the group because I was the manager. Medge appointed me. He said, man, you're going to manage this group. So I did proposals, I begged money, you know, from organizations who were giving money to artists, you know. So I had a role to play in terms of keeping the group together, disciplined, right?
Yeah.
So I told him, man, you're gonna change. No! And I changed your lyric. This like the lyric. I said, okay, Papa. Well, yeah, we just not playing. You know, we're gonna play everything else. But he kind of modified it, you know.
As best as he could.
Yeah, his wife at the time was this woman named Mary, man. And she said,
I tell you, there's a lot of stories that we went through with the big one.
She said, Papa, you can't play like, you know, because women are listening, you know, you got them at your leisure, you know, you don't do that.
I remember you guys had a big show and he came and he brought the event. And they let it, he can get in, but they say you have to pay for the event.
So what you say, man? I'm not paying for nothing.
We had a good time.
I love, man. Respect
Papa,
you know, live long.
See you, you know, Papa. If there's another side, Papa, I'll be there. Because nobody came back yet and tell me. I always tell my grandmother.
You just dreamt it, man.
Yeah, but
that was him coming back, you know.
Well, but that was my memory.
You weren't in REM. You weren't in REM. You were in
no, you can't be REM. Because if it was REM, I would enter.
All right.
Moving right along.
Black culture, stand up. Let's get it.
Anywhere they need it, give it to them. Anywhere they like it, give it to them. Anywhere they love it, give it to them. Anywhere they want it, give it to them. I said,
la 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 la. Make we party till the sun come on. One life to live and you know we just having fun. Drinking some community, that's how we rub it down. Give me what be nice, girl, you know get enough. Make we party till the sun come on. One life to live and you know we just.
Richie Ritale, Greg P. Dada. Hey, yo.
We love how the girl they rock. Billy Jean rock. We love how the girl they rock. They punta rock. They love how the girl they rock. Billy Jean rock. We love how the girl they rock. They punta rock. Love how she whine and she go low. She a bad girl and she know so. One dance and the dance floor so low. They want to take a video and photo.
Yo, it's your boy Burn. The Ingriga believes Mexico. Let's go. Wapina, hayong tatigi da da da. Wapina, 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 hayong kontama. Wapina, 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 hayong tatigi da. This is how you do it. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, we about to get cultural up in here.
Chilugwa dinayo, lugeta lela hibe ahuya. Take care of yourself, people in this pandemic. Play the music. Play. Oi, Rubai bukubu nabu yugole namugabu. Rubai bukubu nabu yugole namugabu. Adugabu mutile se me bayi. Adugabu mutile bi me bayi. Adugabu mutile se me bayi. Adugabu mutile se me bayi. Yugule namugabu.
And we decided, okay, guys, you know, we tried it out locally. First of all, we practiced for almost a year because we weren't sure how it would be accepted because here we have soca was hot and all these Caribbean reggae, everything was hot. And then here this band come. We're not playing reggae, we're not playing soca, we're playing traditional Garifuna music. And that was the big difference. And we had to convince our own people, you know, to accept this music, right?
I have to give kudos to Sidney. You know, don't.
Hey, do.
Yeah, did the do. You know, sure. Well, first time for get up there and do their thing, man,
Yes,
and that was so nice and you know, culture.
Yeah.
So you know, big love. Now when they jump up there and dance now, because a lot of them was ashamed to dance with us, you know.
Of course.
Except us in Griga and in the Garifuna settlements,
Yeah.
right?
I wouldn't say
it was loved at home, in the yard. We loved it at home, but
at home.
For outside of Damriga,
outside of
Pomona,
Damriga,
towards Belma
Belmopan,
you know, it
especially,
was a whole different thing.
because
I went to a dance when you guys rocked, and people would sit there in amazement instead of dancing.
Yeah, they stoned there like in shock.
Yeah.
Like,
but yeah, when they put on soca, they jump up
the whole club jump up and dance. And we try to stick with the music from a tradition point of view. And this is what a lot of people didn't agree with, because we were newbies to playing the music.
Well,
we're not newbies culturally.
You guys were the first to do it
right
on that level.
Yeah, and then we wanted
time.
we want to stay cultural, right? So we played the dance styles of Garifuna music, right? And then later, say Punta Rock, which brings everything in, you know, and mix it up and all that.
But they brought in the electronic
instruments.
instruments.
Yeah,
right?
we were distinct, as you know, because you were there.
Yes.
When all this was happening.
Yeah, I followed you guys.
Yes, and at first, for the most part, it wasn't accepted because there was a different genre within the Garifuna music that we brought up. As you know, we play, the Garifuna music has a set of musical styles.
Okay, so the genres.
The genres, which is more religious and sacred. Right? We have the paranda, which was more for a love style of music, serenading people, you know, expressing yourself. Lehise boom, mabse lumutibo.
Oh, big too.
Tohise boom, mabse tumutibo.
Messages.
You're right. Then we have the Wanaragua. It was more like a show, warrior style, how we could manipulate the dance styles within Wanaragua, which people call Jankuno.
Yeah.
And I still don't agree with that.
Well, there are only certain families that known for that dancing.
Right. It was usually we end with Punta because that's where the gyration and that fast beat sexual dance, you know, that
cock and hen.
Yeah, right. You know, look, you could dance like me, I'll dance you, and at the same time I'm doing this thing, you know, and the women doing their thing. Right.
That's the party beat. That's what we do for when we have festivities.
Right.
And the females back in the day were more finesse, right? They didn't dance with Chagagua. Chagagua is like dirty dancing.
Yeah, right.
It
back
was
then,
more. It was more.
It's sexual.
A proud dance and to show your skills
like peacock,
control of your body
movement.
Right. You need to watch old films of the way the women dance. And then
it's clean but sexy.
Yes.
But sexy.
I had to say that because of what I'm seeing now. And they think that's because you gyrate. That is punta, no punta,
that's
right?
Not punta. It's all for show. What they doing
that's
is
a
commercial
pole dance. We don't deal with that. We
deal
with culture. See,
because
we don't for Griga, right?
Yeah.
Why him?
Skimpy stuff.
So I need to throw that in.
It takes away from the dance, from
tradition.
A culture. Yeah, because you know, the woman who's dancing, it's not only the men watching that woman, it's the women too. Right. Can she dance? Oh, I don't know the way she move her feet, you know, because there's a lot to it.
There's competition.
Yeah, it's competition.
Yeah,
but
now,
it has gotten commercialized, so you know, people come out there with G-string and all that stuff, doing all that madness.
Anyway, I didn't want to go that road, but it's, you know, it's part of it, and yes, we'll deal with it, you know, because the way it is. But when you see a real elegant dancer, you know, you see the groups, the younger groups that are picking it up and trying to do it traditionally. We appreciate.
And I have to give kudos to people from like Nicaragua, Honduras, and Guatemala, because they still continue this, tradition, you know, like community-wise, right? Whatever they do.
But I see some. I see the Hispanic Hondureña,
Yeah,
that's
well,
dancing it too, that's picking it up. Las Chicas, they were the first one, well, the lead singer taught the female dancers how to dance it, you know, traditionally. So that was picked up from there. And like I say, it's going to go viral. It went the other way, and it'll keep growing because that's just the way all art forms are.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I mean, we don't have no control over that. You know, you show people how it's done. You try to, you know, keep it right. But people are gonna take it, you know, especially these days, you know, with social media and everything. Everything goes viral. You know, everything goes viral. So, but I
want to go ahead and ask you what you think about the state of the music at this point, and where you think we should be going.
Garifuna music has evolved. Cultural aspect of it won't evolve. You know, we still have to pay Hugungu, Paranda, Gunje, Punta. We still have to pay Wanaragua. We still have to do it. So we need people to just continue teaching the music. Because, you know, in a culture, it doesn't matter who doesn't pick it up. There's a certain segment of the culture or the people within the culture that will keep it going. You know, I mean, you get stylish and you don't want to deal with your culture because, you know, it's not accepted, right? So you shy away from it. But there's a group that will not shy away.
Love it.
You can't take it away from them. Those are the people, the grassroots. Those are the people we're dependent on to help the younger generation to learn it, you know, and to keep this culture and the music going. You know, and then you can do whatever you want with the music, but keep the true form going. You know, and I think, like I say, this music will go far. I mean, it's still young worldwide. Only a few people are keeping it up. I thank all the teachers. I heard they have some schools in Dangriga that teaches youths how to play drums and sing. You know, and so
big shout out to Gulisi.
Big shout
the youths, we love you know. Keep playing, keep this music alive because it's greater later. Anyway, I want to thank you for all the years you've put into this music, the heart, soul, and sweat, because it takes a lot to be a part of this music.
Thanks to my wife, who really put up in my, I don't want to use Bill Barr's jargon, but she put up in a lot of BS. I go to practice on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and you know, I'm working at the same time, and she's concerned about me. Oh, why are you going? Because hey, you got to get up early to go to work. What's wrong with you? And I left LA in '82. You know, I moved out of the city of LA. You know,
culture fever.
Yeah, but I was always there. Like I lived next door. You know, like I lived down 42nd Street. But you know, you need support. You need, especially if you're married, you need that spousal support, that cast. And it's hard sometimes. You know. Me, I come, you know, both of us come from different cultural backgrounds, so there was a big adjustment there, right? And it was just a fortitude on her part to you know, stay with me.
Anyway, your kids, you're one of the earlier guys to giving your kids Garifuna names. I would like to know the name of your kids and how old are they now?
Okay. I'm gonna give an example. When I named my daughter Wahima the first time, so I went to a Garifuna community meeting. So I said, everybody was like, hey, I heard you have a new baby, blah, blah, blah. What's her name? So I said, her name is Wahima. Wahima Nuris. Jesus! Somebody holler from back. Me say too. She won't like her name. I said, don't you like your name? She said, yeah, well, my daughter gonna like her name too. You know, so I just wanted to give you a hint of why we always shy away from our culture. We're not calling her name.
No.
But you know, just an example, she was shy.
Right. But it's a big change, and we hope that we hear more Garifuna names and keep this culture strong, because a lot of these kids are not speaking Garifuna anymore, right? So even if they know their name, at least that's one word in Garifuna, and we all recognize it around the world. The diaspora know when we hear our Garifuna name, because you know it's one language, right?
Saraba, 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 Saraba,
We have an inside patio and an outside patio. There, if you come here and if the parking lot is full, there is enough parking space to park there. Located right here on 3655 South Grand Avenue. I was born in Stan Creek, better known as Danriga. From Danriga, I migrated to Corozal. I went to school at St. Francis Xavier Primary School. I went to Corozal Community College, to Belize City, and I went to Worcester College. From St. John's, I migrated here to the United States of America. I went to school at East Los Angeles Junior College. I went there for 2 years. From there, I graduated, and then I went to Cal State Hayward. From Cal State Hayward, I didn't like the degree that I was getting, so I went into culinary school in Seattle. I went to the Art Institute of Seattle. After that, I came back here to LA. That's when I noticed that there was a shortage of our food here in LA, where we couldn't get none of our own Caribbean food. So after working a couple years in Seattle, I came back out here with a little money and I rented my first food truck. That's where the trend started. So the engine gave up on me. I went and I built a taqueria cart where it was like I had 4 steam tables and all that, and I used to hit all the little after-hour club with hot food. Where can you get a place at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with some hot food? Other places, them like 64th, Cogni, all the little clubs them in Hollywood. I started a trend, just go out there and grind, and people would wait patiently. Where you at? So that's the stuff I went through, and then from there, I just kept on going. Got me my own truck, my own trailer. From my trailer, now I'm right here. I've been dreaming about this for the longest, and it finally came through. When I was a little kid, I used to work in Corozal. I was a jack of all trades. She did it all. She used to work for these Oriental people up in Corozal, doing Chinese food and all. I used to get down. But my great-grandma, it was Da. She cooked something out of nothing. Well, a lot of people don't want to do no. Just by saying onion and a piece of fish in there, so and just eat that with you. Got cassava or some white rice. And I want the best meal you can ever have. Just the oil from the fish. Natural. And if you don't want it, you can just eat that with the right baruru. Boy, if they don't beat that already, boy, you're good to go. Man, that was some lovely days to other snack. We just out there. Bontan. My granny used to make. I used to love that. First thing I used to ask her. We make a kile with it bone soft, bread soft. The other hosts they do that, they don't do that nowhere else. So they influenced me a lot when I went to school, and it just enhanced my seasoning more, made me a better person. When my Uncle Hall came from Belize, he was like, you got a talent, utilize your talent. You see, you're a good cook. And that's where I got into it. This is when I got at the best facility to come through. If you want to sit down and eat, we got an inside patio, we got an outside patio. Fresh breeze. It's a first come, first basis. And just enjoy yourself. It's like a welcome atmosphere. Yeah, Belize and home. No more than that. Come support the thing. Our Caribbean people, it's a good look. It's a blessing, man. Saraba. 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 Saraba.
Well, I had 2 kids previous to my marriage, which is Una, the oldest one, and Ken, the second one. But in my marriage...
Is he living up north?
Yeah, he lives in San Jose.
I met him when we went up there with to play some music.
Yeah, and my daughter lives in New York.
Meditation. Big up, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, enough love.
And so then I have my 3 kids with my wife, Wahima Nirisi, and a shout out to Wahima. She's she have her own show. She's a YouTuber, and if you'd like to see Wahima, go to Just Call Me Wa, and you'll see Wahima on YouTube. Wasani, my son.
Okay.
And then we have Sawai. Well, you know, as you grow older, you can't keep up with the age of your kids. You have to worry about your age. Wahima is
Our
the
area
we came from. We from Wahima.
Then go say big up.
Yes. Big up everybody back home.
Yeah,
and
Harlem Square, Riverside.
Well, I don't know those places, but big up Harlem Square.
What that going on here, man? Yeah, you know, all over.
Manarovo.
Yeah, Lakeland. Oh, light them up.
Hey, Pele, if you see this, treat my people nice, okay?
Pele, he was just with enough for them watching.
Booyah boy, that's my boy, you know.
Big man.
Pele.
Yeah, Pele, man, that's the original.
We grew up together.
My guy.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Big up in Agriga. In Agriga right now?
Yeah,
one love.
One love.
Right? So, again, happy Father's Day to
everybody, especially the former Chatuye members.
Yes.
You know, I want to shout out all my teammates in the group, and I want them to know that we made a mark culturally with the music.
Yes, you did.
You know,
yes, you did. And
all of you guys, man, love you guys. Yeah. And for years, I didn't listen to Chatuye music after Medge died, right?
It's
because
kind
every
of
time,
hard.
it's hard.
Yeah, so we're out.